So, you failed at something. What do you do now? Probably not the best idea to record while I'm walking, but that's okay. It's just a small parking lot. I'll be alright, right? So you failed. What do you do now? Well, let's look at your options. Option 1, you wallow in your failure. I'm the master at this, the undisputed master at wallowing in failures. You take a healthy dose of self-pity. You isolate yourself from everyone else. You punish yourself even more so than any punishment that might come from the failure. And you just get stuck in a mental loop that ironically leads to more failure because it just makes you ineffective and unproductive and unuseful to everyone around you because you're so stuck in your head that you can't fully give yourself over to whatever task or to whatever person you're obligated to or that you want to be there for or whose life you want to be a part of. And so ironically, wallowing in failure will just lead to more failure. So we don't want to do that. So I think we can very safely cross that option off the list. Second option is that you learn nothing from it and just keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And that's pretty obvious. So we don't want that either. We don't want to keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. We want to be successful people in whatever way I'm not saying successful just monetarily or career-wise, but a successful human being who is aligned with God's will, a human being who is profitable and useful to God and to the people around him. So, we don't want to keep making mistakes. So we don't want to wallow in our failure, but we also don't want to not take inventory of what may have caused that failure and what we can do differently. Which leads to my third option, which is you use the failure as a learning opportunity to do better in the future. To me, those are really the only three options that you have when you're faced with failure. You wallow and do nothing, you keep making the same mistake, or you learn from it and move forward. And so you just gotta look at those three options and decide which one is the best option. And I think it's pretty obvious which one that is. And so I'm saying all this because I made a few mistakes at work. It's a new job and I was getting the hang of it, but then some new responsibilities were put on me, which is great. That says that there's a certain level of trust that they have in me, but it's a new process to learn, and you make mistakes and you feel terrible, and I just want to crawl into a hole and not do anything ever again. And because then you spiral and you say, if I can't do this right, I can't do anything right. Don't do that either. That's part of option 1 that we don't want to do, which is spiraling and becoming unuseful because you're so stuck in your head. So, what path forward are you going to take the next time you fail at something? If you have any other ways that help you to deal with failure and to move on from failure, or if you have a specific example of a time that you really messed up, or not even really messed up, just messed up at all, and then what did you do after? Comment below, and I appreciate your time.